Thank you, and our trusty timekeeper will be on the mark. So final closing comments, and we will start in reverse order with candidate Ambler.
Because I don't live very far away, I think my daughter went home and got them. So I was actually kind of looking forward to winging it, to be honest with you. And here's my trusty sidekick, Eric. Thank you. I know now their expectations are going to be too high. That's the problem.
Yeah, we're expecting big things now.
I know. Sorry about that. Hope you're not disappointed. Thank you for coming today and for this opportunity to share my conservative vision and Andrew Scheer's for Mississauga and Canada. I believe that prosperity and success is achievable, especially here in South Mississauga. But make no mistake, the Liberals are doing everything they can not to make that a reality. The Liberals should be running on their record. Instead, they're running away from it. They're also using the word austerity a lot. But I tell you, it's not austerity to want balanced budgets. Justin Trudeau's doing everything he can to jeopardize our future by raising taxes, tabling endless growing deficits. I believe that we need a responsible plan to manage our economy, a plan that unlocks our city's potential and to help you get ahead. Liberals want you to believe also that the carbon tax is the only way to care for the environment. Well, I'm proud to say that the Conservatives have a real plan for the environment, one that takes aim at real polluters, one that focuses on green technology, not taxes, one that takes the fight global and that doesn't punish regular, hardworking people like you. 4 short years ago, I had the honor to serve the community in which I live and raise my family. I hope that once again I will have the privilege to represent Mississauga Lakeshore as the next Member of Parliament. Thank you very much again to the Mississauga Board of Trade for facilitating this debate and broadcasting it. Please allow me to leave you with one thought. Your vote matters, and it will make a difference. Please vote on October 21st. Thank you.
Thank you, and 3 minutes to candidate Hill.
Thank you. To meet Canada's target for CO2 emissions in the Paris Agreement, we must reduce the level from the current level of 716 megatons per year now to 511 megatons by 2030. The Liberal and NDP plans will miss by about 50%, according to a report published on the CBC by Navius Research. The Green Party plan will exceed it. As I mentioned earlier, the Green Party plan is called Mission Possible. It includes 20 concrete steps to be taken to become carbon neutral by 2030, the latest date calculated by the IPCC to stop irreversible CO2 damage. This is not alarmism. This is evidence from the scientific community. Our plan includes no more pipelines, no more imports of foreign oil, intensive retrofitting of buildings, a transition to electric vehicles, and most importantly, an all-party cabinet to get it done. As I said, it's not mission easy or mission cheap. There is a high price for getting this done. There will be a higher price for not doing it, including the lost opportunity for growth in clean energy jobs. Future climate disasters may not be limited to floods and wildfires. It may lead to a massive wave of climate refugees that will upset the world as we know it. This is my third campaign as a Green Party candidate. I'm in it because of Elizabeth May's incredible talent, because the other parties won't win the war on climate change, because every vote should count, so we need a fairer voting system, and our Indigenous people need to live better lives. This election, you have the opportunity to vote the way you may never have done before. You can vote for the second worst candidate to defeat the worst candidate, or you can vote for what you really care about. Thank you.
Thank you, candidate Al-Sabah.
Thank you so much for the Mississauga Board of Trades for inviting me here, and thank you for the audience and those who are live streaming us for giving me the opportunity to talk about the People's Party platform and debating these wonderful candidates. This was truly humbling experience, and it's truly an honor. I'd like to conclude by saying that the People's Party of Canada, we're a party for the people. So what that means is we want to bridge the gap between people and government once again. We want a government that serves the people and not the other way around. We are for fiscal responsibility, we are for respect, we are for freedom, and most importantly, we're for fairness and equality among all Canadians here in Canada, and also our expat Canadians who are listening abroad. So This is what the People's Party of Canada stands for. I encourage you to visit our platform. I encourage you to visit every one of us's platform, actually, because this is what democracy is about, and this is what the voting experience is about. It's us sitting here performing a job interview, and you, the interviewers, and the voters, get to decide on October 21st which platform appeals to you, who best represents you, and who best represents your views and your values. And so I'll leave you with that. I won't bore you too much with our policies. We have concrete solutions. We're a common sense party, and I do hope that you get the opportunity to visit our platform after this debate. Thank you. Again, thank you.
Thank you. Candidate Alghabra.
Thank you, David, and I do want to thank my colleagues here. It's been an interesting and useful exercise. And let me just take a second to say I regret the fact that we've had this debate, but we did not have a single question on climate change. Because this is an important topic that our country is facing, that Canadians need to make a choice about, and I wish we had an opportunity, but I know we have limited time. And our government's record, somebody's been saying we run from our government record. In fact, our government record over the last 4 years is a record that most governments, most parties would be envious of. Lowest unemployment in Canada's history, lowest poverty rate in Canada's history, investment in climate change, investing in infrastructure, providing more money for the middle class, leaving money in their pocket, free trade agreements with all G7 nations, and the list goes on and on and on and on. And it's true. This election, like every election, is important. And Canadians will have a choice. A choice what kind of government they want, what direction do they want their government to go in. Do they want to continue in prosperity, inclusion, diversity, making sure that the middle class is thriving, making sure that businesses are thriving, or do they want to experience cuts and drawbacks? And yes, I bring up Doug Ford, why? I bring up Stephen Harper, why? So we know what a conservative government would do. This is not a theoretical exercise. This is a real consequences that Canadians will bear on election day. So I look forward to the opportunity to see the results on election day. I am quite confident in our government's record. I'm quite proud of our platform, and I look forward to October 21st, and I hope that you vote for a Liberal government. Thank you very much.
Thank you, candidates. Thank you to all the party representatives for joining us here today, and thanks to the audience that's with us and to those who are viewing online as we stream through our Facebook page. The Mississauga Board of Trade, we're the voice of business in Mississauga, and I want each and every one of you to know that although we may differ on our policies, as a personal note and on behalf of the Mississauga Board of Trade, I want each and every one of you to know how deeply we respect what you're doing here today, that you're throwing your hat in, that you're running for this office. And I know it's a tough job. It's something that I would not do. I know that my colleague Brad has done it before, and I know how tough the job is. But if you think campaigning is tough, wait till you get into office, because then the job gets even tougher. So I have great respect for you, and I thank each and every one of you for campaigning, and I thank each and every one of you for being here today to debate the critical issues for business. I want to thank our host, the University of Toronto Mississauga, for hosting us today, and I would like to encourage each and every one of you to get out and vote on October the 21st. I know that we have a captive audience here, and we know that everyone here is going to be voting, and everybody online. So thank you once again, and please give our candidates a warm round of applause. And finally, a thank you to my colleague Brad Butt for arranging the debate today. I know he worked very hard and diligently on it, assembling our fine candidates. So thanks, Brad, for your contribution today. And that's it. We wish you a good evening, and we wish you continued success in your business.